What's going on, everybody? Going Yooper here. Real quick video today. I do not have a lot of time. This video is going to help anybody. You could be new to the hobby. You could be doing this for years and for whatever reason your incubator takes a poop on you. If that happens, or if you're new and you just don't have a lot of money to dump into an incubator or building an incubator of your own, you can simply use this cooler method. I've used it many a times. It works just fine. And I mean just fine. The first thing I did was I took the little spout out down here. And when I took that out, it gave me room to run the power cord to my heat source, which we're going to use a Zoom Ed heat source. This cooler's $15, Dollar General, real cheap. That pad, I believe they're about 20 bucks, $15 to $20. Still pretty cheap. You can also use flex watt, whatever you want to use. Doesn't really matter. Through this hole, I put a little probe to my thermometer. Little digital thermometer lets me know the temperature. Also through this little hole right here, I will put the probe from my thermostat. More about that in a minute. Now, what you're going to want to do after you have that hooked up, you're going to want to just lay some bottles in there of water. This will help retain the heat in the cooler / incubator. Whenever you open it up to check your eggs, this will help immensely. This is a very important part of this whole situation. Not to mention, it will make a nice little shelf for your egg crate to sit on, or your egg bin, whatever you're using. Now, once you have the water in there, you can take your egg bin. Now, this year I'm going to be using a little bit different style. I'm going to go with the rocks in the water method here with the little grate. I've never used that, but I've seen a lot of people do it, and I like it. It's reusable, so you can use whatever substrate you're going to use. Doesn't really matter. Alright, so you can set that bin. Look at that cat hair, you dummy cats. Anyway, you set that there, and I put a small hole in the top of it in which I will stick my probes so that they're hanging right in the middle. And I'll also put my thermostat probe in there as well, and I will lay the tape back over it. Voila, you have an incubator. Really simple. Now, I like to put both of my probes for my thermostat and my temperature gauge, my thermometer, so that I can get an accurate temperature of what's going on in with the eggs. That's where I want the temperature. That's where I want that 89 to 90 degree temperature consistent. So I make sure that I always put my probes in there. Now, yes, this is only going to hold one bin of eggs. You got a bigger cooler, just upsize this and it will work just fine. But this will work good in an emergency. That's why I've never taken it down, because if anything happens to my incubator, which I made an incubator out of an old refrigerator, nothing great to look at, so that's why I'm not putting it up on video. Maybe one day I will do that. No promises. It's just like all the other ones you've seen on YouTube. Matter of fact, I had the same refrigerator that Matt from Olympus Reptile uses, except I didn't paint mine purple with chalkboard paint. Nothing wrong with that, I just didn't do it. So I use a dry erase marker on the white fridge, works just fine. So that's all you really need. $15 cooler, $20 mat. You can even get the mat cheaper if you go at flex watt. I mean, I think it might be like $5 for 11-inch wide, 1 foot long strip of flex watt from Reptile Basics. That's where I get all my flex watt from, by the way, for all the new people and beginners. So like I said, this will work perfectly fine. And again, you can use a bigger cooler to use more space to do more clutches. But this is a great idea for anybody new in the hobby that wants to get into it and has some eggs coming and they don't have a lot of money to spend. Now, I don't have a foam cooler here, but another method that people have used, and I've never tried it myself, but I know people that have, is that if you have a styrofoam cooler, even cheaper, you take a styrofoam cooler, you set it up much like I have it here. I've actually seen people do it with light bulbs even. And what they do is they have the cooler in there, they put the light bulb in there, and they actually poke holes in the styrofoam cooler until the temperature is just right. So it's kind of funky, but it did work. So I mean, you could even go that route. I would suggest you go with something a little bit better. Now, the one thing I am missing in here is that sometimes I will use a fan, and also depending on the humidity that you keep in your box, you might want to poke extra holes in your egg bin itself to get the humidity just right. So that's something that you want to kind of work out. You should always set up your incubator and make sure it's holding the temps and the humidity that you want at least 2 months before you even have a clutch of eggs coming. That's the best tip I can give you. make sure it's working perfectly and staying steady temps and humidity for at least 2 months. You could do a month if you're feeling, a little bit frisky, but I like to really make sure. I'm super precautious when it comes to this stuff. Is that the right word? Who cares? You know what I'm talking about. So that's a quick video for today. I hope this helps out anybody. Again, this video will work for the new person, and it will help out a person that's been doing this for a long time. Like I said, sometimes incubators take a poop on you, and when they do, it's nice to have a little backup, and that's why I still have this cooler out and about now. So, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Share this video with your friends. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. Little notification bell down there will let you know when I upload a video. And up on your right top corner, you will see a little link. Click on that link. Go order yourself a Going Yooper shirt. 50% of all profits go to Sam Jeffers Foundation. All links for all that stuff is below. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, I love you all. See me. Bye.